On today's episode of That Was Us, we're diving into Season 3, Episode 15, The Waiting Room. When Kate is rushed to the hospital after her water breaks early in her pregnancy, the whole family gathers to support her. Tensions rise between the Pearsons after hours spent in the waiting room, and finally, a new member is welcomed into the family.
I love movies about real-life heroes. People who stand up against unimaginable evil to protect others. And Bao, Artist at War, gave me chills from the very first scene.
Because this isn't just another Holocaust story. It's a true story about survival, love, and how art can literally save lives.
The protagonist, Joseph Bao, said, "They can starve us, beat us, cage us, but they could never kill our spirit." And he lived that. And the Plaszow concentration camp, he used his art and skills as a forger to help prisoners escape. And he found Rebecca, the love of his life.
Their secret wedding inside the camp was so defiant, so courageous. It was later immortalized in Schindler's List. So if you connected with Jojo Rabbit or Schindler's List, you will be drawn into this. Part thriller, part love story, and totally unforgettable.
Bao, Artist at War. Opens only in theaters for a limited run beginning September 26th. Go to baomovie.com, BAUmovie.com, to watch the trailer, read about Joseph's real-life journey, and find showtimes near you.
Bao, Artist at War hit me so hard, and it's one of those rare films that stays with you. Gang, how we doing?
We are fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing wonderfully, and this is... excited to just delve into this episode because it's one of those things where every once in a while, Dan and our writers decide to sort of break up the format of having ABCD storylines that converge. And it still does that, but we're all basically in one room together.
Together.
For the totality of the episode. We have Toby is in the operating room because 28 weeks, the baby is coming. And so things are a little bit harried. So those two are away. But their support group, their family, is there for them. So in that group, we got Randall, we got Kevin, we got Beth, we got Zoe, we got Rebecca, we got Miguel. And then we have somebody else come and join a little bit later, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I will say this episode is a favorite of mine, personally. I'd say it's in the top 5 of favorite episodes of the entire series. Becca Brunstetter, who was one of our writers who left after this season, wrote this episode. She's a playwright.
Yes.
And this episode in particular feels very much like a play.
Totally.
Yeah.
Feels like a one-act play.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's, I remember shooting it. We were just discussing this. Do you remember shooting it, Sterling?
I do.
Do you remember it, Chris?
Well, he was
Vaguely.
gone.
I know. You were just here for a small fraction of it, but...
Yeah.
I do remember just the day I got there, I was like, these people have been in this room for a long time. Like even the actors, like I watched that bird loop for one day and I'm like, that's got to stop.
I have a question.
Go.
Did we do a table read of this episode?
No. We didn't do any table reads after 105.
Why do I have this recollection of us reading this episode? Like this was... maybe I'm totally wrong.
Did you have a table read of this episode?
I think Mandy Moore
I read everyone's lines. It's maybe just because of the play aspect or something that's like ingrained in my memory. But I do remember Kevin Hooks, who directed this episode, who went on to direct several episodes of our show. Yeah. This was his first. Bringing us to the set for us to be able to kind of look at the like logistics and how they wanted to shoot it and basically like what this waiting room set was going to look like. So I do remember having a little bit of time as a cast, like some of us went maybe a little piecemealed and sort of looked at what it all was going to sort of look like and how we wanted to shoot it. Which is odd because, you know, our show, we would shoot 18 episodes a season. And it's like once we started going and the train had left the station, it was like we just went from one episode to another, to another, to another, to another. There was no real like downtime. So this was a bit odd in that sense that like we even had any sort of, I guess, like the details of what a particular episode was going to be or was going to look like or what little details we needed to know about. Usually we just showed up on the day and like did the scene. But I think because there were 4 or 5 days of us shooting in this one location on this set, that they made like this exception or made it a bigger deal or something.
There was also the presence of Dan Fogelman more than normal.
Yeah, you're right.
He was there a lot. And I was like, what are you doing here?
It's a special episode.
It's a special episode.
It is.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure it was executed well. And he doesn't give a lot of feedback to directors, but every once in a while he would kick out a note, you know what I'm saying? And everybody listens and you're like, okay, cool.
There were some technical challenges on this episode too, because the entire thing is essentially in a glass room.
Yeah, a glass box.
And when you're shooting, glass offers a lot of reflections.
Yes, sir.
And so it was fun knowing that, to kind of watch Yasu not only navigate the reflection, but also try to figure out all the different ways he could shoot in the same room, whether it's jumping into like another room through blinds or whatever the thing was.
So it didn't feel like a proscenium, like you were experiencing different angles, different depths, et cetera, et cetera.
How long were you guys in that room?
4 days?
I think we shot for like 4 days or something. And they would try to let the takes go a little bit longer or whatnot, so you just sort of felt like you're just sitting in it.
And in those situations, you know, that when people are having their little asides, essentially the scenes within the episode, everybody else is background.
Yeah.
For there's no like
you can't exit.
hiding.
You can't. Like, you know how sometimes you're like, am I going to be in this next part of the scene? And you just kind of walk around the corner.
They did have doubles for John and I. They did have doubles. So if like
because
we
you guys
were
are so old.
Because if we were in the background, you couldn't really see us, or you just caught like the side of like someone's head or something at the end of the day because
you refused.
Because I refused. I was like, nope, I won't do background.
Tell them what happens to the makeup like at a certain point.
The makeup just starts to sort of like decay on your face. You have to remember that we were showing up 4 hours before most people, right? To get through this hair and makeup. So let's say call time is 8 o'clock. Yeah. That means we're there at 4.
Yeah. Was it 4 hours before?
It was 3.5. So they give you a little bit of padding to get dressed, have breakfast, whatever. Yeah. So you're there at the crack of dawn.
You want to get a breakfast burrito in there before.
Yeah, you need a breakfast.
Start gluing things to your face.
Well, they're not making breakfast burritos at 4, but once breakfast has arrived at 7 for like the crew.
And you're ready.
So you're there, 3.5, 4 hours before crew call, going through like the works.
Mm-hmm. Having an Ensure,
sipping my chocolate Ensure. And the same with John. So as the day goes on, it just sort of starts to degrade a little bit. And and so
along with the performances.
Exactly.
Everybody.
By about hour 10, 11, 12.
You start talking, and I'm like,
If you
only no words. We only would leave if we were just in the background of a shot. You couldn't see us.
Of course.
But by like hour 10, 11, 12, when that makeup is starting to your cheek is starting to come off, they're like, we got to let these kids go, because then it's another hour and a half to take it off.
I even noticed there's one moment in this episode where you eat something and you don't take a bite of it. You pull a little piece off with your finger and like slide it into your mouth. And I'm like, that's a choice on how to eat it, on how to eat a donut.
A 70-something-year-old woman's not going to be like
also
chomping into a donut.
But also very careful not to open the mouth too much.
Protect the makeup. Yeah.
Did you feel? Does it pull if you stretch your face too much?
Yeah, I'm not supposed to stretch my face too much.
Yeah.
You don't want to so you've got like a layer of kind of glue all over your face, sort of, right? That like kind of, they get these deep set wrinkles going.
Yep.
Then the actual prosthetic pieces are sort of like stickers, right?
Yeah.
So the stickers go like, around here. Yeah. There's a ton that go around your eye. Yeah. There's one on your forehead. It kind of depends at what juncture we find Rebecca. Okay. But those stickers, that's what you can't move too much because you don't want them to pop or tear
They'll
or
put
something.
with Jack with the facial hair, anybody has to do with facial hair, like if you smile too big, like it just kind of like peels off.
Yeah.
Painted by.
Yeah. You've got like the mesh underneath.
So as soon as that donut came into play, Zoe from makeup probably got up from her
was
chair.
like,
She did figure out a way for you to eat that.
That's exactly what she does.
But also that feels Rebecca-like.
Yeah,
just
totally.
a tiny,
Oh, it was very good.
just a little snack.
Oh no, it
Yeah.
totally
A nibble.
worked.
A nibble.
It worked.
Yeah, but
It
you
played.
knew the background.
Yeah, she was sliding that food
We should go through this just in sequential order. There's no other way to do it.
There's no other way to do it because everybody's in there together.
Yeah, because this could also be the end of the episode.
What could?
Now?
They're in the waiting room, and then they waited.
And then they were in the waiting room.
It is
Now to the fan segment.
thick with tension.
A lot of
Very
tension.
thick.
Everybody's waiting. Everybody's testing.
Yeah.
They're exhausted.
Yeah.
We come to find out it's been, 26 hours?
26
Yeah.
hours.
Mm-hmm.
We have the dynamic with Randall and Beth. After
The pin in it
the
dynamic.
The pin in it is still sort of simmering right now.
The pin is in
And
it.
she's since joined him, flown
Yeah.
across the country because Kate is in labor,
Yeah.
maybe not. They're trying to keep the baby in.
Yeah, and she's sort of missing things from work.
Yeah.
You know, he's like thankful that she's there, and she's like, cool.
Who's texting you at 4 a.m.?
Yeah,
It's 7 a.m. on the East Coast.
that's right.
Yeah.
He's trying to charge his phone. She's like, what do you need your phone for? He's like, it's work, you know. And it's like such small things.
Little
But they
microaggressions.
are-
Real couple stuff.
They
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
so palatable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I was very uncomfortable there.
Yeah.
Wait, and I love that Kevin was like, my battery's at 70%. And Randall's like, and he's like, so let it get the other 30%.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Kevin's a full battery
Kev
charge guy.
is, ooh.
And then when he takes an Advil and everyone like stops what they're doing
Yeah.
and watches him.
Yeah.
Well, because we find
'Cause
out
the other
later
tension
that
is-
everybody has said that
Yeah.
Toby's told you that, like,
Yeah.
we got to the hospital through an ambulance because your brother was drinking. Nobody's saying it out loud, but that's
Yeah,
what Kev
it's
is
clear.
living with,
Yeah.
it, right? Zoe's sort of living with, like, how long has this been going on?
Yeah.
You know, when did it happen? But we'll go sequentially. We'll go sequentially because I'm trying to think. I'm going to go through my notes and you tell me
too.
what resonates and what doesn't.
Yep.
Beth or somebody just kind of keeps clocking Rebecca also.
Right.
She's just sort of been in one spot seated the whole time. Every time she sort of says something, it sort of comes out different. Like she notices the chairs at one point in time and how they look like bacteria.
Yeah.
She said something before.
The electrical outlets.
The electrical outlets look like little surprised faces. Like
Yeah, frozen mid-scream.
frozen
Which now
mid-screen.
you'll never unsee that.
Never.
Yeah.
As soon as they showed the outlet, I was
I was like, yeah.
don't they? Don't they, right?
Yeah. Oh, don't they?
So the doctor comes in to give an update. So we hear that I think this is sort of good. 28 weeks is good.
Yeah.
In terms of like that you made it that
a
far, that you
milestone.
have like a viable, you can live outside of the body, right? She could get an infection, right? What's that mean? Does she have an infection? He's like, listen, I'm just letting you know this could happen. You know, Miguel starts looking up medical advice and what things could happen. He's like, look, can we just go back to the time when the doctors were the doctors and not
Yeah.
everybody else?
Get off
Like,
your phone.
Yeah. He says, listen, get off your phone, be cool. The fact that I'm out here means that nothing crazy is going on back there. So just, relax, right?
And Kevin decides to like saddle up to the doctor and is like, listen, I know you're great and all, but like, I have the means to have my sister really taken care of.
Sure.
So if like
Really
there's
taken
a moment where you could be humble enough to step aside and say like, yeah, there's probably someone out there that could do a better job.
Yeah,
Like
let me know.
Kevin wants him to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. And then Randall steps into it and is like, hey, man, sorry, my brother's just concerned. He's not himself right now. So thank you for everything that you're doing, et cetera, et cetera. And I got to tell you, I want to smack both of them.
Yeah. It's mortifying across the board.
Both of them were terrible.
Yes. Yes. In fact.
I was like, bro, who are you, big man? Should have stepped in there. I was like, yeah, both of them were horrible, in my humble opinion. I don't know if you guys have a take on it, but like, I was like, watching, and like, I saw that he was trying to do right. I was like, hey man, two grown people are talking. You can let them talk. You don't have to insert yourself into the conversation.
Yeah.
That is Sterling talking to Randall, watching him on the TV.
I mean, this whole episode is an exercise in people inserting themselves where they shouldn't be.
Yes.
In all different directions.
I think that's also part of the episode is that like when you have a confined space and you have nowhere else to go, how do you deal with each other?
Yeah.
Right? It's very Chekhovian in that way.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like somebody bring the samovar. Like that's That's from Chekhov.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then...
We start the chocolate or ranch game.
Which I'd like to start right now.
Yeah.
Would you
We don't have to play it the way they play. I mean, I would like to actually talk about what it does go on.
What chocolate does go well with, or what ranch goes well
Your
with?
Your favorites.
Ranch goes well with a lot of starches, right? Fries, obviously. You know what I'm saying? A lot of meats.
Pizza is my number one.
Oh, yeah, pizza's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
I'll never forget. The year was 1993. We were just post soccer practice, and the whole team went to Mountain Mike's Pizza. Yeah. And Mountain Mike, I don't know if I was just small or if the pizzas were actually that big. Huge, huge pizzas, slices the size of your head. And they offered, what's this? What's this, you say? The pizza comes with 2 different sauces?
What were the 2?
Melted butter for my crust?
Wow.
And ranch dressing.
There's a health food restaurant?
Ranch dressing? For what? For the pizza, you say?
Pray tell.
And that day changed my life. Ranch dressing is number 1 condiment.
Is it number 1?
Condiment numero uno.
I'll tell you what. Well, let me ask you.
Most versatile.
Hot wings, are you ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch.
He's a ranch guy.
I'm blue cheese.
Yeah. Blue cheese.
I do like the blue cheese.
Don't get me wrong. Listen, blue cheese, if you're watching. I love blue cheese.
You can still be a sponsor.
You could still, if Blue Cheese would like to sponsor the
Big
podcast.
Blue Cheese, Big Dairy. If Big Dairy's watching.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Pizza's my number 1 for ranch.
Pizza's number 1. Man, do you have anything that you love to douse?
A condiment? No, I mean, I guess I would go with ranch. I'm not a huge condiment. Like, I'm not a hot sauce girl. I'm not a...
Hold on, man. Hold on.
You don't like a sauce? What kind of sauce? What's your favorite sauce?
Jack Pearson
Barbecue
loves sauces.
sauce. Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce?
I'm asking.
No.
You don't.
I'm asking.
If you have a Fritz.
Let's say someone wants to give you a gift of a large bottle of sauce for a birthday or something.
And you're eating a French fry.
Olive oil. A beautiful bottle of olive oil sounds
That's
better.
Not a condiment.
I don't have a favorite condiment.
It might be the classiest of condiments, actually.
What do you put on your French fries?
Ketchup?
Mayonnaise?
No. Ugh, never.
How dare it? First
Wait
of
a minute.
all,
It's an aioli.
Hot
in
take.
most of the country.
Hot take.
But aioli has a little bit of something extra in there.
Seasoning. Okay,
yeah,
you don't
it's got
just-
some garlic. It's got
Mandy don't just
straight mayo.
white-
Like some Hellmann's or something. Absolutely not.
How about a Japanese
You know what?
Kewpie?
I'm maybe a Dijon mustard girl. I love a
Okay.
mustard.
Okay.
A grainy mustard, a
Okay.
Dijon mustard.
You like a lot of mustard.
I like a mustard.
So that's the thing that's occupying the tiny shelves in your fridge the most. 4 or 5 different kinds of mustard.
No. We're I would say it's not really a condiment, but we're a nut butter family.
That's not a condiment. What is going on?
I know it's funny, but cashew, sun butter.
You like a spread.
We like a spread.
You're not a
peanut
sauce.
butter, almond.
You like a spread.
I like a spread.
Like an apple butter?
Sure.
Okay.
At my kids' school, they can't do nut butters, but you can do a sunflower.
Yeah,
or is it
sun butter, yeah.
Sun butter.
Yeah.
Bullshit butter.
Is it
It's
good?
bullshit.
I was about to say.
No, it's
not
bullshit.
good.
But
It's not
beggars
good.
can't be choosers. Gus loves a PB&J, and so
Yeah.
if he wants one at school, he's
Yeah.
gonna have a sun butter and
So
J.
I got a SB&J.
SB&J. Yep.
Yeah, we do. We're almost an exclusive almond butter house. And I
Love.
know we're getting on a tangent.
Yeah,
And
I
we need to
go
get
over
back to-
almond butter over peanut, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
In my
Have you
humble
guys had the Hawaiian peanut butter?
What is it, like macadamia nut?
Yeah, I was about to say.
They do have a macadamia nut butter. There's
delicious.
Macadamia
I'm
butter
gonna
is
maybe
delicious.
that's what you're getting for Christmas. That there's this specific peanut butter from Hawaii that is coconut peanut butter.
What?
And it is 2 ingredients: peanuts and coconut. And it is, y'all. If you're a spread person,
I'm a spread.
it's the mountaintop of spreads.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I'll get. Guess what y'all are getting for Christmas?
Thank you
Don't
very
even
much.
worry about it.
Thank you
Wow.
very
I'm
much. I
looking up
appreciate
Okay,
for
good.
Christmas.
Okay, so not a sauce. I want to start a restaurant called Big Dippers, where it's a buffet of just dips, sauces, and you order all the things to dip in it. It's all finger foods, and it's a buffet
So
of
what
sauces.
would be there?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what? Like
What?
barbecue sauce.
What wouldn't be there?
So check it out. At NYU on 2nd Avenue, we had this like pommes frites place that actually went up in fire and is there no longer.
You don't say.
It's there no longer. But you just get these fries and they had all these different aiolis. So good.
Go down, yeah.
Oh my God, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I am a big barbecue sauce too.
If you want to invest in Big Dippers,
I'll invest in that.
I'll take partners, and we can have a spread bar
Great for dessert.
for dessert.
Yeah.
Nutellas, things like that.
Yep.
Fluffer Nutter.
Yeah, love it.
Do you want to say anything about chocolate, or did you just want to address the ranch part?
We can come back to chocolate.
Copy that. Okay.
More That Was Us after this short break.
It is crazy how fast summer flies by. 1 minute, you're making 4th of July plans, and the next, you're squeezing in those last few weekends before school or work gets busy again.
We have a lot of travel planned for this summer, but I have promised my boys a trip to the Big Apple before they go back to school in the fall. They're obsessed with the idea of going to the Natural History Museum. They've never been, and so that is on our bucket list.
Yeah, it's that time where you're either trying to soak up every last bit of summer or starting to look ahead to the next adventure.
And if you've got a trip coming up even later this year, it's the perfect time to think about hosting your home on Airbnb. While you're away, someone else could be enjoying your space, and you could be earning a little extra.
I love that it's on your terms. You set it up, you decide when to host, and Airbnb makes it easy to get started.
There's still time to make the most of summer and a chance to help someone else make theirs too by hosting. Your home might be worth more than you think. Find out how much at airbnb.com/host.
You ever notice how sometimes the best conversations happen when there's a good bottle of wine on the table?
Absolutely, and that's why I love Naked Wines. No guessing in the store, no do I pick by label or price stress. Just incredible bottles from independent winemakers delivered to my door.
Cheers to that. I love cracking one open, putting my phone down and just being present with friends. And at up to 60% less than store prices, I'm stocking up without the guilt.
We just opened a bottle of a chilled red. I know it's still technically summer, but I feel like we're transitioning into fall. Maybe it's just a state of mind, but a nice little chilled red, especially on maybe a warmer summer night, is just a true delight.
Naked Wines has been doing this for over 15 years, supporting over 90 winemakers around the world. Every time I rate a bottle, the next shipment gets better. Like they're curating my perfect wine list.
So if you're ready to level up your wine game, now's the time to join the Naked Wines community. Head to nakedwines.com/TWU, click Enter Voucher, and put in our code TWU for both the code and password for 6 bottles of wine for just $39.99 with shipping included. That's $100 off your first 6 bottles at nakedwines.com/TWU and use the code and password TWU for 6 bottles of wine for $39.99.
I love this game, like this Miguel game, though.
Yeah,
it's,
I do
it's
too.
a very funny part of the episode.
I think it's also, you see Miguel just trying to, how can I play a part and be of service in this particular moment?
Yep.
Right?
It's like these people need a distraction.
They need a distraction, hands down. Kev admits to being hungover, knows Toby's told everyone.
Yeah.
Then Zoe and Kev sort of get into like, what's up with the lies? How long you been lying? When did this start?
Mm-hmm.
And Kev's like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie anymore. I apologize, Madison comes.
Yeah, with donuts.
And it was really so, like, she breaks up the energy, you know what I'm saying?
Perfectly.
In a great way.
In the best way. And it's so wonderful because as an actor, you're stepping into like this tension. And a lot of people in general can pick up on social cues of like, oh, something's going on here.
Yeah.
Not Madison.
That's right.
Madison is just like, hey, something's good about to happen to my friend. We're all here to support her, and I'm concerned, and you're concerned, and I'm just here to be of good cheer.
Yes.
You know?
And we also do come to find out that she is there with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Kate has a plan.
She has a plan.
And Madison is a good enough friend that she wants to help her see it through. Since so much has already been taken off the table and is out of her control, she's like, what can I do?
Yes.
But just seeing her show up with donuts and like you said, like there is this levity, this change of energy.
Yeah.
They've been there for over a day.
Yeah.
All together stuck in this waiting room that like it is such a welcome respite.
Do you
This
remember
felt
her
like-
response to what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Toothpaste.
Yeah. She gets in on the game.
Yeah. Miguel's like, okay, tell us what food wouldn't be made better with chocolate or ranch. And her
and she
response
goes
is
like, no duh.
toothpaste. And he's like, that's not a food.
Toothpaste is not a food.
But he thought about it for a second. He's
Yeah.
like, no, that doesn't count.
Yeah. And then didn't she throw another one out?
She did. I can't remember what the other one was.
Sushi maybe? Or was that
No, that
someone
was,
that's
that was
later.
you.
That's later.
That was Randall.
Yeah.
But I love that Miguel's response is, think about it. He says ranch. Think about it.
Think about it. And then you do, and you're like, gross.
No. Still
Even,
not better.
yeah, I love ranch.
What was was there something else somebody wanted to say about that Madison intro?
Well, this
Oh.
is a turning
Yeah.
point for Madison.
Yes, but also I love that she sits down and immediately is like, how was Vietnam? Was it humid? It looked humid on Instagram.
On Instagram.
I was like, oh, girl.
Yeah,
Girl.
it really put a pin in when we were filming this too, about like the importance of Instagram.
Yes. Yeah.
Stepping into all of it.
Yeah, like that was the big takeaway from all your time. Tell me about the humidity.
And it's like she
Yeah.
just has no realization that she's in the middle of like Zoe and Kevin are discussing something very serious.
Yeah.
Beth and Randall are at a breaking point.
Yeah.
Rebecca hasn't moved. Miguel's trying to keep things light.
It'd be like I was Mandy shooting a movie in Atlanta. How was Atlanta? Was there a lot of traffic? I've heard there's a lot of traffic.
It's so trafficy there.
By the way, I just sort of like, as I was watching it, there's a couple of moments. There's one when you guys got married where Kev goes, please don't let me have sex with that woman. And then just her being there in the midst of this stuff is like, these people have children together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would have ever seen that coming?
And actually, looking back, you're like, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Like, and as she's talking to him, the look on Zoe's face, she does not take her eyes off of her. She's like,
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She is clocking like, who are you? Why are you here?
True
but
documentary.
like this, her showing up, just her showing up feels like a turning point for her, for the character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like she's not just a joke.
Right.
She's not just a sidebar.
Sure.
Like, oh, she's involved.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she wouldn't even be here. Like to even be here as a whatever, as a comedic relief implies something about her importance in Kate's life.
That's a good point.
That maybe I didn't realize
That's
up
interesting.
till now.
That's
like she's at the graduation, fine, she
yeah.
did, but then she shows up here and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I think as the episode plays on,
We get it
Miguel
fuller sense of that.
is able to solidify
For
with her.
sure.
Yeah.
Randall and Beth, Cold War is on and popping. Beth,
Yeah, she gets a call from the studio about covering a class.
right?
And then she decides she's,
Says,
you
you
know.
can take that.
Yeah.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
And then she comes back and is like, all right, well, let's just involve the whole family in this conversation about what's
correct.
happening in our life.
Yeah.
And Kevin chimes in and is supportive of Beth. Doesn't go over well.
By the way, there's one having right before that. Beth opens up and she tells everybody that she's a dance teacher. And then Madison goes like, "I love Misty Copeland,"
Yeah, I wrote that down too.
Yeah.
which is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's just like I connect.
Yeah.
I know a black ballet dancer.
I can contribute to this conversation.
Yeah. I guess I'm on Instagram too much.
But that is why that's what prompts Kevin to be like, I'm sorry. And who are you? Why are you here? Like,
Yeah.
And you see her just deflate.
Oh,
I mean, like instantaneously.
it's so mean
It's really mean.
Yeah.
and unnecessary.
Really mean.
Yeah.
In this episode and in a couple coming, there's just like the meanest things that have happened on this show.
Totally. Then she excuses herself. Kev excuses himself. And then we asked the question, I asked Zoe, did you know he was drinking again? And she's like, no.
Then Rebecca mentions the chairs looking like
Circles on
bacterias.
chairs. Yep.
She's out of it.
Yep. Randall's like, so we're not going to talk about the relapse. Then the sister walks in on the phone. She's a grandmother, it looks like, for the second time, whatever, very excited. She's
not reading the room.
Not reading the room. Or she's not even paying attention to the room.
She's on the phone. She's
opening
happy
up
about her life.
So good.
Yeah,
Rolled
she's
gold
opening those pretzels and just like chatting on the phone and eating her pretzels, and everybody else is like,
Beth is about to
taking a full 2.5 minutes to open the pretzel bag the way an old person is wont to do.
Yeah,
with their hard candy. Or
been there a couple of times, and I'm going to tell you. So this is a slight tangent, but this used to be one of my favorite things to do. Before Brown lived above the poverty line, I lived under the poverty, and even a little bit living above the poverty line. There's a part of me that tries to go to movies and not buy concessions because I was like, I can get stuff from other places.
Yeah.
That's less expensive.
Yeah.
And do my thing.
And what you want, too.
And what you want.
Yeah.
And so
exactly what you want.
You try to open it up like before, like during the previews or what have you, during the trailer so that you can have it ready to go.
Like a bottle of ranch.
Yeah. Like a bottle of ranch.
Ready to go at all times.
So in Culver City, I used
popcorn.
I used to take my son to this Culver City movie theater, and right next door to it, we used to love Chipotle.
Oh,
guys, I would bring in the Chipotle
to the movies.
Oh yeah, I get a backpack and then I put it in a plastic bag and we do everything. Go into the thing. I go into the thing, and we open it up, and we start to eat it. And I was like, this has a strong aroma.
Yes. A distinct
Didn't anticipate that.
Yeah.
Everybody just kept looking back, and I was like, hey, I'm eating Chipotle.
Yeah.
And they after a while, they stopped looking back.
Yeah, because they
like,
knew who it was.
What can they do?
Yeah, and they're like, that's Academy Award nominee Sterling K. Brown.
Hadn't had one yet.
Eating
I felt bad.
This happened 2 days
chicken
ago.
bowl.
This was yesterday.
This was yesterday at Superman. That's it. Just trying to, that's it.
I thought you were going to be like, I go to CVS, I get my nerds
I've gone to CVS, all of that.
I didn't know that you were bringing a meal in.
Straight up meals.
It's a little different.
Straight meals. Yeah. Because Andrew likes hot food. Andrew doesn't snack. He's likes
just like a meal guy.
Food.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting. Very interesting. Amari snacks all day. Okay. We were at, the Circles, Sisters on Phone. Okay, Randall and Beth. Argument continues. Rebecca mentions Jack's least favorite pie, which brings us, was that pumpkin?
Yeah, pumpkin.
Yeah, his least
back
favorite.
to our pie. We're always coming back to pie, aren't we?
Well, because pie's where it's at.
He hasn't had your mom's pie.
That's right.
Clearly.
We're coming up on the holidays.
Also, I'll say this.
You're going to bring me that sweet potato.
I'm going to bring you a sweet potato. And I just had a birthday for my son in which he didn't eat any of the cake. And he told his mom straight face, like, actually, I'm a pie guy.
Oh.
I was like, well, next time tell us before.
Yeah, 4 days ago.
We buy the
cake.
Yeah.
Becca calls Randall selfish? Wait, Beth calls Randall. Is it Beth calls Randall selfish?
I have Miguel answers for her. Beth and Randall are worried.
Miguel tries to step in. Right. Beth shuts it down.
And Beth forces a donut on Rebecca.
That's right.
Right.
Yep.
That's right.
Because Beth says, you don't have to answer for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's interesting. You see a couple of times throughout this episode where Miguel tries to intervene where either myself or Beth is trying to ask mom a question. And he's like, guys, don't, da-da-da-da. And we're like, yo, did he just like dad voice me or whatever? I was like,
not now, Randall.
Talking to my mama, man.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
But do you guys realize now why he was doing that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Clearly. I'm building it up.
Okay, got it. Like, I'm not an idiot, Mandy.
Wait, why?
We'll get there.
Well,
We'll get there.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I used to know, but I forgot.
Stay tuned.
I think I wrote Becca calls Randall selfish, but I think I meant Beth.
Yeah, I think
Beth. I meant Beth because I said, all I want is for you to be happy. When you're happy, I'm happy.
She says that's the most selfish thing.
And then I actually had a moment, and this is a good moment, like, how long do you think it took you and Rachel, you and Taylor, me and Ryan, to learn how to fight fair? And I think we had this conversation before, because I was like, yo, clearly there's like intention on my part, like this was me standing up for Randall. I was trying to do the right thing.
Sure.
And evidently it wasn't coming across the way that Randall had intended it. But like, I was like, yo, what are you talking about? Like, I want your happiness. Like, let's figure it out together. Like, I know we're going through something right now, but ultimately what I want is for you to be happy, right? Did it come across, I'm curious from you guys, because I feel like I'm close to the character in this moment.
Yeah.
Did it tell me how else it comes across?
It felt very fair to me.
Okay.
It's interesting because I feel like as an audience member, you obviously see both sides. They've done such a fantastic job of seeing both people and sort of like trying to find their footing and just the awkwardness and the tension that abounds from there. But I think just Beth feels that he is innately selfish by what he's asked of her.
Yeah.
I also think the writers have done an incredible job of painting you both into the same corner.
Mm-hmm.
Like what you're asking is the only thing to ask.
Yeah.
Like but it's also inappropriate.
Yeah.
And so it's like they are at an impasse that is, like you were saying, perfectly understandable from both sides.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I get what she's saying.
Yeah.
Because it
comes
tiptoes,
back to you.
It tiptoes very close to happy wife, happy life.
Territory.
Sure.
Which is a little still self-centered,
right?
Know, as far as like what you want out of the thing.
It's also a matter of like, what do I want for her, not what do you want for you?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
How's it going to impact you and your life?
Yeah.
I also have here that Madison, after Miguel sort of, he goes to the bathroom, right? He comes back and he sees her still standing there.
That's right.
And she explains that she really was supposed to be there and that Kate had a plan. She had a playlist. Madison was supposed to take the first pictures for Instagram on her phone because she has portrait mode or whatever.
Mode.
And then
another thing that puts it in a time and place.
Yes.
It was a brand new feature on the iPhone.
And that she wanted Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
RBG.
They had been, told the story about being out after a meeting and they went by this baby store and Madison sort of implored her, like, you have to will this and tell the universe, like, this baby is coming and it's really happening.
Yeah.
Let's buy something for the baby. And she bought this Ruth Bader Ginsburg little like plushy thing.
Also, if you know Brunstetter at all, it's like it felt like a very Brunstetter
for sure
moment.
Yes.
The Bader Ginsburg moment.
All of it.
We got to talk to her.
Oh, we do. I love her
we'll make that
so
happen.
We
much.
gotta talk to her.
To highlight what you were saying, so it sort of also cements Madison in Miguel territory in terms of being somebody who is a part of this family, but always kind of has to sort of find their way in from slightly outside.
And he tells her how.
Yeah.
Like that there's probably not going to be a seat for you.
Right. So you
So
listen.
you just have to find your own seat.
You observe
essentially.
And you stand. And he says, I like standing.
Yeah.
Because I can see everybody.
Yeah.
I can, hover. I feel that way in Rachel's family.
Do you?
Yeah. 'Cause when they get together, it's a very specific dynamic.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's fine. I'll stand over here.
Right.
I can observe.
Yeah.
And entertain once in a while, and then do some dishes and hang out. And
Yeah. I guess that's the way it is for a lot of born in, married in people. I feel similar. I was just saying, but although at Ryan's recent family reunion, it's also just for me, it's a lot of pictures.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of pictures, and it's like, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah. We did the small business tour of Rachel's hometown when we were there. Just her dad. Her dad be like, have you met? Do you
My
know?
son-in-law?
Yeah. Car dealerships and restaurants.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good.
Kev's back. He got a bottle of water he's drinking, so he looks like he's in a better place. Zoe asks, when did it start? He said at Nikki's. And she basically said, like, I just need to know that you're not lying to me. Like, that's a big trigger for her and doesn't want to have any part of it. Beth and Zoe have a conversation at the vending machine. Zoe tells Beth, you guys always seem to figure it out. You and Randall always figure it out. Like, we keep hearing that. You guys will figure it out. It's all good. And she's like, yeah, right? Zoe having a tough time with the lies, but Beth knows she wants to bounce. no judgment either way. And she's like, what if I decide to stay? And she's like, hey, you're good. Either way. Which is sort of a surprising moment because it's like, you think everything we've heard about Zoe is setting her up to like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like as soon as stuff goes south, I'm out. And she's seeing stuff go south. And she's like, you know what? What if I decide to stay?
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. Talking about what the baby's name will be. Everybody sort of assumes that it'll be the name that we don't speak, but the name is Jack. But like they said, they want to see the baby first, and we're not having any assumptions.
Yeah. Rebecca jumps in. She was like, they want to meet him first.
They want to meet him first, right? Randall and Kev start sort of reminiscing on how she used to name these dolls. Kate used to name her dolls back in the day. Says she's always destined to be a mom. Mm-hmm. Right, Mom?
Rebecca is consumed.
Counting chairs.
With the odd number of chairs in the waiting room.
Like 17 chairs. How strange is that? Miguel's like, hey, don't worry about it. Like, because like he sees people want to follow up, and Miguel's like, don't worry about it, right? Randall asks about helping with the girls. Asks, Miguel and Mom whether they could help out with the girls. He's actively looking for creative ways to solve the situation that they're in right now. Miguel winds up telling them they're like, we're actually thinking about moving to the West Coast to be here closer to help Kate with the baby. And that was...
Yeah, I was like,
yeah, Randall.
I didn't take it well as someone who loves Randall. I was like, I've had my mama the whole time.
Yeah.
I stayed in Pittsburgh so I can have my mama the whole time.
Yeah.
And now you guys are just going to... Did you think about telling the brother? Like, what's going on? Like, things are changing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is the thing that my stasis was right here, was my mom, being here. And now all of a sudden it's, right? Kev steps in and be like, look, man, I know you think you have a monopoly on a mother, but like you don't. And then, So somebody chime in. I love
it. Starts. This is when the big fight starts.
Yes.
He's losing his mind.
Yeah.
He's so upset.
Very upset.
Does family dynamics like that informs location maybe more than I realize?
Huh.
Like,
explain.
Well, Rachel and I, we have Trulia searches, in other cities, real estate searches that pop up little houses in Portland or Nashville or New York.
Yeah.
Or like, and then you're like, okay, but if you do that, especially now that you have kids.
Yeah.
And you move away from mom and dad or brother.
Right.
Like, that's a whole thing. It's not just you moving anymore.
Real talk.
And so it like informs the decision, I think, way more than I ever realized. I don't know if
I got the flip for you. Whichever of my children has more children, that's where I'm moving.
Got it.
Hands down. I know this.
Interesting.
Hands down.
Has more children.
Or first or more. Or maybe I'll have two places in both wherever they live, or hopefully I can convince them to live in the same place. I'm getting all the grandchildren time I can.
Yeah.
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 And Ryan is like, agreed.
Oh, great. You're on the same page.
We're on the same page.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Now you just got to mold their minds to live in the same place.
If I can do that and also like convince them of this little girl, Willow, that he met in preschool would be great.
And we would very much like those grandchildren to be with Willow over here. Dad, I'm 14.
Down the road.
Jeez.
A long ways down the road.
The black grandma takes off in the middle of this.
Oh, yeah. She's like, I'm out of here.
Kev is going crazy over the TV, right? And his sister, and the fact that he can't do anything about it, right? He goes to talk to Dr. Monroe and then find out that Dr. Monroe went into emergency surgery, but we don't know with who or what have you.
Yeah.
Zoe takes a sip of water just to sort of refresh herself.
And she has a strange reaction. She takes a sip of water and is like,
have a strange reaction.
You just clock like very subtle. It's just sort of like, what?
Yeah.
Why is that weird?
Watching it back, too subtle for my taste.
Randall and Kev's beef.
If you really did take a sip of, for sure.
In Randall and Kev's beef, there is maybe if you hadn't left me with Nikki, the argument
got
starts
into this
spiral.
mess.
Which was a real BS sidestep.
Yeah.
But then, and then
a real addict move.
Rebecca says, stop it. And Mandy Moore just shuts it down.
Yeah.
And it also is one of those things where all the things that kind of seemed random that she was thinking about sort of come together.
Yeah.
Mandy Moore, what did you tell the people?
Well, things are spiraling out of control. And, Kevin tells Randall that he's the hero dad. He has to be the moral center always. I mean, it's just like to the point where Rebecca finally does have to intervene. And it's like, enough, because this is not why we are here, right?
Yeah.
And she goes into this soliloquy of every detail that she remembers from the waiting room the night that their house burned down. And she went to the hospital with Jack for the burn on his hand. And it's like the number of chairs, the color of the chairs, the little side conversations. The chairs were green and they reminded them of key lime pie. And then they started talking about their favorite pies. And always back to pie.
Always.
And Jack talked about how he hated pumpkin pie. And I mean, it was just all these little tidbits of the evening. And you realize like, oh, this woman is like in the midst of this it's real PTSD to be back with her daughter and her grandson in harm's way and not knowing what the outcome is going to be. It is like, it's so visceral, it's so tangible, being right back in that place, feeling so helpless, knowing what the outcome was that time, and being probably a nervous, anxious wreck about what could potentially happen. And meanwhile, like, I think there's like, to me, it was like self-preservation for Rebecca. There's so much going on in her mind. She's so fearful. What is she going to do but just start to let her mind wander to that night? Obviously, she can't help it. But like, oh, that's funny. There were an even number of chairs in the waiting room before that night. Now there are only 17 here. It's like trying to keep your mind occupied on something else other than the deep-seated fear of what could be.
Yeah.
And I think like it for sure is also planting some sort of subliminal seeds of what is to come in terms of her brain and her memory and all of that. But of where we're going. But I think she has to sort of take the reins again and rein this family back in and say, really, anything that doesn't have to do with Kate or the baby is like off the table right now. Period. The end. And just as she sort of makes that point known, Toby enters.
Here comes Toby. We'll be right back with more That Was Us. You know that moment in summer when you're finally in the groove? Whether it's traveling, running around with your friends, or just enjoying the slower pace. And then something small can throw you off. You see, for me, it's uncomfortable clothes. If I'm fussing with my socks or my shirt, the whole day just feels off.
Same. That's why I love Bombas. Their socks, tees, slides, and underwear are the most comfortable I've ever owned. Seriously, no joke. The running socks wick sweat, fight blisters, and somehow still feel brand new after a million washes.
And it's not just running. They make pairs for hiking, tennis, golf, even compression socks that make long flights actually bearable. Plus, their underwear and tees, soft, baby. No tags, and they just work all day without you thinking about them.
I have all kinds of problems with my knees, with my years of playing tennis, and some of these socks have built-in support systems, built-in arch support, built-in ankle support, so no matter what I'm doing for physical activity, Bombas has me covered.
I also love that every time you buy something from Bombas, they donate one to someone in need. It makes me feel good knowing my everyday basics are making a difference for someone else.
If you haven't tried Bombas yet, trust us. Your feet, your wardrobe, and honestly, your whole vibe will thank you.
Head over to bombas.com and use code TWU for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com, code TWU at checkout. Bombas.com and use code TWU.
You know those days when your calendar's packed, your brain is scattered, and the next thing you know, it's 3 p.m. and you haven't eaten anything with substance?
Yeah, those days happen more than I'd like to admit, and that is why I have been keeping David protein bars in my bag. wherever I go. I keep them by the door, and as soon as I'm about to walk out the door, I go, wait, no, I got my cell phone, got my wallet, David protein bar.
David is perfect for me when I travel. If I want to work out in a hotel and I can't make my protein smoothie, then after the workout, I can pop myself a protein bar from David, and it is all good. If I have to rush from a workout to set and I don't have time to make that smoothie, in the car, on the drive, protein bar in, done. Protein achieved.
Here's what I love. Each David bar has 28 grams of protein, only 150 calories, and absolutely no sugar. It's the highest protein to calorie ratio I have found in any bar. Like 75% of the calories come straight from protein. That's huge.
It helps me stay full without all the added junk you find in typical snack bars. It's not trying to be your whole meal. It's just a really smart, clean add-on to help you hit your goals.
That's why I always have David protein bars with me. Right now, David is offering our listeners a deal. Buy 4 cartons and get the 5th free at davidprotein.com/thatwasus. That's davidprotein.com/thatwasus to get your 5th carton free.
You can find David on Amazon and at local retailers. Just use the store locator on their website. Humans aren't perfect, but David is.
How are you guys in those situations before we get to Toby? I've only realized with my kids, having had to go to the urgent care several times with a very active young man.
Yeah.
That I get so calm and focused. Wow. And I don't know if it's healthy. Like I don't know if it's the right way to be, but it is the way I am, which is very like, all right, here's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
That sounds healthy and helpful.
I mean, it's helpful. It certainly works.
Yeah.
I don't know if it means I'm detached from the real emotion of the situation.
I don't think so.
I find myself similar. But I also find myself oftentimes trying to do that Bruce Lee-like water thing because I know Rye tends to elevate. So I try to balance the energy in the room.
Bruce Lee-like water. Tell the people.
If you can tell that there's already somebody who's sort of like leading a group or whatnot, then you can lead in a different way. I don't need to be out in front. I can sort of just support whatever is happening amongst the consensus, right? If on the basketball team there's a really good point guard, then you go and play underneath the basket. If nobody can handle the ball, then you try to dribble the ball and fill that role. Like whatever role needs to be filled in that moment.
Because water takes on
the shape or size of whatever container it's in, right? And so when the baby was born, when Andrew was born or whatnot, it happened at home. It was only just 3 hours and 23 minutes or whatnot. I could tell like my wife was a little nervous about the whole thing. I was like, well, me being nervous is not going to help her through this process. So why don't you just try to keep it together as best you can and believe for the best, right? And that was always, I was like, I just have to keep her calm. Yeah. She's doing all the work. If I can help her in any shape, form, or fashion maintain coolness through the process, then that's the best way I can be of service in this moment.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think I tend to maybe be a bit more, not hysterical, but like sometimes the stress of the situation gets the better of me. I think Taylor's a little cooler about things. But also then there have been situations I feel like the opposite. Like I feel like, I mean, that's what you hope for in a partnership, right? Is that kind of balance and yin and yang. And you kind of be what the other isn't in that moment. And there's definitely been moments where I'm like, okay, we got that when we were evacuating our house, when the fires were happening. I was like, I got the call. We were leaving. I was with the baby. I had to go downstairs and tell Taylor he was with the boys. And I was just sort of like, here's what's happening. You get the kids in the car. I'm going to get the cats and find the dog. And then the power goes out and it got a little crazy. But like, I think in that moment, it was just sort of like, I otherwise would have like looking back thought like, I'd probably be super flustered, but I wasn't. It was just sort of like, okay, here's what we're going to do. Yeah. And Taylor was like, thank you, because it set the tone for the kids. The kids were like, we were like, okay, we're going to have an adventure in your PJs. Like, get in the car. Like, here we go. We don't know where we're going, but we're leaving the house. And it was like, cool. Right. So I think in those moments, hopefully when it's really needed, I can kind of follow your lead, Chris Sullivan, and be like, whew.
Yeah. It's interesting how we react in those situations.
Yeah.
Because, you never know. There's sometimes when Rachel needs me to be more show more concern.
Sure.
I think Rand says that of me all the time.
Yeah. It's like there's an odd, I don't know if it's codependency or whatever, but it's I'm stressed. I need you to show me that you know I'm stressed by being more stressed.
Yeah.
About this.
Exactly. So I don't feel bad about being stressed.
Right.
And it's like, well, I don't know if that's going to be helpful. I could try. But yeah, so here comes Toby.
Here comes Toby.
Yeah.
You speak on it.
To give an update.
Yeah, man.
I remember feeling really nervous about this chunk of words.
Yeah.
Because I'd read the episode and I'd, again, much like Madison, shown up on the fifth day,
right,
being like, a lot of work's been done here. You know, like there's a lot been going on,
but a lot of work that was waiting for your work. Right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right,
It was like we're all waiting for you.
Which is why it was like, and here it is, and I remember being a little disappointed, but also relieved that one of the shots was a constant shot where like half of my dialogue was on the back of my head. I'm like, all right, well, that takes a little bit of the pressure off. But the information gets delivered.
Yeah.
That the baby is here.
Premature.
Obviously very
Emergency
premature.
C-section, yeah.
Emergency
His
C-section.
heart rate started dropping, all that stuff, yeah.
But I wanted to come out with some sense of calm because he's here, which Randall keeps, but he's here.
Yeah.
He's here.
Right. But he's really small.
And to cap it off,
Oh man, it's so good.
I remember having, do you guys remember me having a really hard time delivering this line?
No.
Because I thought it was so funny.
Oh, the Miguel
I got the
line?
giggles, like bad this day.
I kind of do.
Do you
I
remember?
kind
And I
of
was
now
like-
I do kind of remember.
And it took me like 4 or 5 takes.
Because it's so funny.
It's so funny. Like after everything that's happened, they've given Toby, which again, Brunstetter,
his world has just
his
like
world is shattered, and they've written him the funniest joke
great.
that he makes in the series.
It's not just it's Miguel's reaction.
It's Miguel's reaction.
Yeah.
Of like, she did?
He like prairie dogs up. He gets
Really?
6 inches taller. She did? Because Toby goes, and she's asked to, and this is what I couldn't get out straight faced. And you can almost, I barely get it out in the take they used. But she's asked to, I can't do it now. I can't do it now. To see Miguel first. And and it's so funny. It's so funny that I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it. And also the only way I got it was I couldn't look at any of you. I remember being like, okay, I definitely can't look at
John.
At John. And so I'll look over, I'll deliver it like maybe over this way. I'm like, can't deliver it to Randall. And definitely can't deliver it to Kevin.
Yeah.
And I think I ended up looking like at nobody, like at the birds.
Yeah.
I think I was like, she's asked to see Miguel first. And Miguel gets 6 inches
She
taller.
did?
She did? Puppy dog face?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I gotta go watch that again.
I can't. It was my attempt at some humor. But that was one of the most difficult moments for me on set because it was such a swing.
I love that when people are like, what was the hardest part of the show? Like, God, it had to be so hard, right?
Delivering a slam to Miguel after my premature child was just born.
Yeah.
That's
not crying.
Right.
Trying not
Totally.
to laugh.
Trying not to laugh.
They don't have that day at acting school.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
That day is not practiced.
You go visit SNL and you just try not to break. That's it. You asked, can somebody contact my parents?
Yeah.
And Miguel, of
Miguel's
course,
like,
got
I
their
got the
number
numbers.
saved.
Saved it for sort of occasion just like this. Kev tells Tobes, hey, will you tell her I'm here? Tobes looks back. She knows.
But also I'm like, I get the twin thing, but I'm like, innate selfishness.
Yeah.
Like, let her know that I'm here.
Yeah.
It's like, first of all, you fucking came in the ambulance with her.
Yeah.
Okay, she knows you're here.
Yeah.
But it was just sort of like, your resignation of like,
Bro.
bro, exactly. She knows. She
Yeah.
just had her organs are still open to the
Yeah.
world. Like, can you take a beat?
Yeah.
And I remember Toby's response, because Toby has a response to him too when he first gets to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, at this stage, I'm 3 years into my sobriety, and I was like, I really want to play this carefully, like with how Toby responds to Kevin, knowing, like, because I don't think Toby would shame him for a relapse.
No.
Yeah.
But now is a hell of a time for a relapse.
Yeah.
But he didn't know that
Yeah.
there was
They're
going
about
to
to
be
have a baby.
premature-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just like the general, like, bro, not now was a tricky thing, but he certainly helped it along with his selfishness.
It was interesting. And you guys are right, like in how you received it. I didn't think of it that way. I thought of it about like that he didn't leave, and that like, the family's there, but like he's her person in that way, at least before she got married. And it's interesting too, because you had beef with him before, and he's like, look, I'm supposed to be the person now. So yeah, she knows you're here, but I got to go back and be with my wife.
It's just the sad, nature of Kevin of like, who am I if I'm not her person? If I'm not here for her, who am I?
Right.
I mean, he's at a real low point right now anyway because of the relapse.
Yep.
But yeah, just that kind of irked me hearing that. Like,
Gotcha.
just like on your way out, let her know I'm here. It's
Last
like,
bit of important information.
yeah, exactly. Like, read the room, dude. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, for sure.
That's interesting. Okay, I got you.
My favorite part too is this culmination of the game, of the chocolate ranch game.
Which is really, that is the culminate. Like,
put
it
chocolate
is the
on ranch.
perfect button.
Yeah.
Can't put chocolate on ranch.
No, that doesn't go well together.
No.
But is ranch a food?
Yeah,
Let me continue the
dip.
game.
There you
Yeah,
go.
is it? It's a condiment.
Because
It's a condiment.
it's I mean, it's not I think ranch is not a food in the same way that toothpaste is not a food.
yeah.
No, but you can eat ranch. You could.
You can eat toothpaste.
No, you can't.
you get sick.
But you get sick if you eat ranch.
Listen.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
I'm just
You make a lot of
it's
sense.
just a little flaw in the game, but it is the perfect culmination to the game.
I hear you.
What's your favorite thing to put chocolate on? And don't say your wife.
I don't think I've ever put chocolate on my wife. Because my wife is chocolate. You know what I'm saying?
She doesn't eat anymore.
What is my favorite thing to put chocolate on? So Amari has granola in the morning, and we'll have like different assortments of granola with the yogurt, with frozen wild blueberries, and they have to be frozen. They have to be wild because they pop like candy. And the smaller blueberries are the wild ones. And then you throw a little dark chocolate in there, and maybe a little bit Honey Crisp apple chopped up, chop, boom, boom, boom.
Well, no wonder he doesn't want to make his own food.
Yeah.
I make it
Can you
with a
make
lot of
me
love.
breakfast?
You guys don't make food with love. You guys all
Of course we
make
do.
food
with love.
Of course we do.
Sure.
But our children are, can't hold a fork, so it's,
Yeah.
it's like, but once they realize how good we are at making food,
Yeah,
why
I
would
probably
they?
need to make it less well. Because
Make it with a little less love.
maybe with a little less love, because like I was like, he's like, I can't do it, and I was like, pour yourself a bowl of cereal, and he's like, okay, because so we'll keep like Joe's O's,
Sure.
or something for when Dad can't do it, and then what's frustrating, or what I have to get on the Randall and me, it's like cereal all over the place. I was like, clean up after yourself.
Yeah.
Favorite cereal? We've never talked about this, have we? I just had a cereal thing on the movie, and it just made me. It put cereal back in my life.
I would, at a point in my life, until the roof of my mouth was
Cap'n
wrecked.
Crunch?
Cap'n Crunch.
Cap.
All you had to say was roof of my mouth.
Yeah, roof of my mouth.
Cap.
'Cause
That's
it
your
is-
fave.
That what?
What is that flavor? What
I
is
don't
the
know.
flavor of
Corn.
Cap'n Crunch.
It's the taste of
It's
sweet corn.
It's cornbread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sweet corn. That was the one. I think that as an adult, for a moment I got into crackling oat bran. But let me tell you, it is crackling oat bran.
Fibrous.
Don't
Fibrous.
overdo it.
Okay. That's not a second bowl. You can't have a second bowl.
I would eat the whole thing.
Oh,
Well,
wow. Well,
Sterling,
You can't eat the whole box.
If you did that with anything, you'd have the same reaction. Your system would evacuate itself.
Yeah.
Listen.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Crackling oat bran.
I mean, as a kid, I still can't believe the things I was eating for breakfast as a kid. 2 Pop-Tarts, a Carnation instant breakfast, a bowl of Reese's Pieces cereal.
Oh, Reese's Puffs?
Reese's
for
Puffs?
Sure, that was
Get
the
out
I
of
have
here.
Reese's Puffs. They're good.
Yeah, I mean, yes, they're good.
Okay.
Yes. It's chocolate and peanut
precursor
butter.
to Puffins.
Okay.
Peanut butter
Puffins.
Puffins.
Gotcha.
You
What's
know,
yours?
If I was to say like an adult cereal, Honey Bunches of Oats
Okay.
is straight up delicious.
Yeah.
I
Wait a minute. There was judgment.
Well, no, I'm like, okay. I mean, it doesn't feel
It's
too
an
adulty,
adult.
but like adult adjacent.
Okay.
It's got oats
Sure.
in the title.
Sure.
Yeah.
And honey. And bunches. And of. Also, I don't know how long just a straight up Life cereal?
That's my favorite.
Life cereal.
Life is the
Life
jam.
cereal. I've never had it.
I could eat it right now with some raspberries.
Really?
Oh yes.
Oh, berries.
Yeah.
What's the flavor? Is it just rice?
It's-
What
it's-
is it?
They're like-
Cinnamony sugar.
Well, they have cinnamon Life. I'm just a plain Life girl.
Plain Life.
It's like a honey sweetened
Yeah.
sort of like a Chex almost.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Sweet checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's way healthier than me. Like right now,
So
like we
good.
hit bare naked with the cocoa
Yeah.
nibs and
Yeah,
everything like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
That's what he goes into his
Sure.
sort of thing, parfait. So that's mostly what we have.
Have you guys tried the? And I guess this is a shout out, Magic Spoon, if you're listening.
love Magic Spoon.
I've
All
never
right.
had Magic Spoon.
Clip it, send it. Magic
Love.
Spoon, where you at? Come at the.
What's Magic Spoon?
Dude,
What? You haven't had Magic
it's
Spoon?
healthy versions of our favorite childhood cereals packed with protein.
Oh yeah, Sterling. It's a game changer.
Really?
Yes.
Cut the clip, send it to them.
We love Magic Spoon in our house.
Hey, Magic Spoon, you get the first one for free. Come at me, bro. Anyways,
It's
delicious.
That was good. I like that. Okay. Madison got
gets
something
Ruth.
for Kate.
yeah.
She got the RBG and she gives it to you
Gives
right
it to
before you
Miguel.
go back
No,
in.
she gives it to
to
Miguel.
That's right.
And Miguel, essentially, this is all part of, she's found a way to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for putting up with us.
Right, which he says right after you say to the nurse,
Yeah.
which was such a brilliant piece of writing
Yeah.
to show him observing and being a part of the family,
Right.
including himself.
Yeah.
Thanks for putting up with us.
Totally.
That he is part of us.
Yep.
Randall's happy.
You're keeping me up.
You guys right? Randall's happy for
Tired.
the grandparents
I hear you.
moving west. And she's like, yeah, I think Rebecca says, you guys are going to be all right. Or Miguel. And he's like, yeah, we got this. Right? Kevin, Zoe, I don't think I can do this without you, Zoe. Any of it, right? And Zoe
Ugh.
then tells Beth that Kev's water bottle was full of vodka.
Yeah.
And to your point,
Which is why I wondered if in the edit there was a stronger take,
I'm going to say
Like a
this.
slightly bigger reaction.
but it gave it away
Yeah.
too
When
soon.
I was a kid,
Yeah.
I was at my grandmother's house, and there was always these sort of like tumblers, those 32-ounce cups that you
Silver
get.
ones?
No, 30 plastic cups
Oh,
that you get
yeah,
from
yeah.
Church's
Yeah,
Chicken or
yeah,
whatever, like fast food place, whatnot. And somebody had like a Church's cup out, and it was the middle of the summer, and it was full of water, like ice water or something. And I come running in, I see this cup out there. I was like, I'll drink after anybody. I don't care. Take it to the full of gin. Full of gin, vodka,
straight gin,
one of the two.
whatever it was.
I wasn't that well versed at the
yeah.
time, but I was like, this is not water. So to your point, it could have possibly been a stronger take.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a hair.
Because
But
when
you're
you
right, might have given
anticipate
it
water,
away.
I did that in my college apartment one day. I woke up one day after a party and there was a bottle of water on the coffee table.
Yeah.
And oh, thank gosh, some water. And it was more vodka. And I was like, who
Ugh.
brought this?
Oh, gross.
yeah, it's so maybe there were other takes, but you didn't want to give away the surprise. And it's also just sort of like, golly, man, like she's talking about the lies and everything, and you're saying like no more lies, etc. People are watching you like a hawk, like I gotta say, and you can see Randall at the beginning being like, where's he going? Where's he going? Do we need to watch? Do we need to be more concerned about this relapse, etc.? He comes in with a bottle of water and we're all sort of like relatively relieved. She keeps under the wraps, but it's just like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on. And that's sort of where, well, the episode ends, I want to say, like, we go to the back and we finally get a chance to see Toby together with, she finally says, like, I've been nervous to ask, but I feel like I want to name him Jack. Is that okay? And you're like, yeah. You sort of just like, Toby is in this space. And I got to say, you guys, so to the audience, we did not have a real baby for this. And I feel like it's important to say because the baby's so small, but these dolls cost like tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. And there was a puppeteer.
There's a puppeteer
hiding underneath
sort
the
of
table.
like moving the child. And like when I remember in the next episode, Beth and I get a chance to see it. And I remember seeing that baby and I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, it takes your breath away.
Oh my gosh. I have friends who had twins that were born 7 months or something like that. And they had to spend 2 months in the NICU.
Yeah.
I had a friend who had a baby at 5 months.
Yeah.
4 months in the NICU, like a pound, if that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was the first time for me seeing a representative of what they must have been looking at with their child. Yeah. And there was like a profound sense of empathy for Toby because like, you see Kate is like loving on this baby and doing what she can and whatnot. And also understanding just sort of like, I had this envisioned in my head. And now what I'm seeing is completely different than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It's so scary. So terrifying.
Yeah.
Very much so. But I just was wondering if the audience would thought for a second, no, that wasn't a baby.
No.
That was a doll or whatnot. And so you see, she says, like, will you hold hands with me? And she says, Dad, I just need you to take care of this baby and make sure that he's okay. And I don't know why I'm looking up because I know you're everywhere and everything, but it's just this moment of prayer, of just sort of like solicitation of the powers that be to like, please let this baby be okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of like, amen, ashe, shalom, hallelujah. Like, please let this baby be okay. Because we already had one miscarriage. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In this family, we don't
And he's here. Let him just be okay.
Let him be okay. That's where it finishes. What else? What else do we have in this episode?
That's it.
Let's do a fan segment.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back with more That Was Us. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our favorite segment, our fan segment. In this episode, we saw tensions rise not only between the Pearsons, but between the family and the doctors, too. Specifically, when Miguel tried to speak up about what he read on the internet.
Today, we are going to talk to someone who has spent years studying exactly why this kind of doctor-patient interaction matters so much.
Joining us on the phone is professor and researcher Karma L. Byland, PhD, who specializes in doctor-patient communication and how the internet is changing that dynamic. She is going to help us break down what she calls the stoplight model and why red light doctors might be doing more harm than good. All right, let's get into it.
Hello, Dr. Byland.
Hello, Mandy, Chris, and Sterling.
But we can call you Karma, you said.
It's Karma, yes. We'll call you Karma.
Okay.
Oh,
is that
please
correct?
Please call me Karma.
Yes.
But I respect the title, just so you know.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
So tell us about the stoplight model and what red light doctors are.
Yeah, I'd love to. So, overall, my research has really been focused on trying to improve communication in healthcare settings, right? This episode is a perfect example of how stressful healthcare settings can be. Yeah. And one of the things that I've looked at over the years is how this online information impacts doctor-patient communication and the doctor-patient relationship. When I share this with the medical students, I tell them that I actually remember the days before the internet, so I'm sure they think I'm really old. But
the 1900s,
I think, yes, the 1900s. That's right. I think we underestimate sometimes what an impact the internet really had on the doctor-patient relationship. And there's so much information out there, which can be great. It can educate, empower, support patients, but along with that comes challenges for physicians and healthcare providers who, as we saw in this episode, can get frustrated with this idea of, the doctor Google. So my colleagues and I have studied this over the years to try to better understand what happens in these settings. And through that, we developed the stoplight typology. And the doctor in this episode is this perfect example of what we call the red light doctor, right? So this is the one who doesn't even acknowledge the question and just says, stay off the internet.
Right.
Okay.
You're saying that's bad.
So our research actually shows that this red light response is really ineffective. If the goal from a doctor saying it is to keep people off the internet, it doesn't work. Most patients and family members still go online anyway, right? And we see that in this episode.
Kevin says the exact same thing. I went on Google anyway.
Yep. And you should have seen how excited I was when I watched that episode. I was like, this is my research right here happening on This Is Us.
So then what should that doctor's response have been? If that was an example of red light, you were talking about stoplight. What does stoplight look like?
Yeah, so in the stoplight model, so there's the red light, then there's the yellow light, right?
Okay.
So we find that what some doctors do is use a cautious approach. They say, I understand people like to go online, but you need to be careful if you do. And then we also find that there are doctors who use what we call the green light approach. And so the green light approach is when the doctor validates, the patient's effort to learn more and answers their questions. And we've shown in our research that patients are obviously, it won't surprise you, they're more satisfied with the green light approach.
Sure.
But there's better outcomes. So like this doctor could have said something like, when Miguel asked the question, he could have said something like, I know this can be really difficult to be waiting for answers. I can appreciate you'd want to look online for more information. And then just say what drug they administered, say we're monitoring for side effects. And then some doctors we find who use this approach, they actually take it a step further, which I really like, and do what we call an information prescription. So they might say something like, a great place to read more about this is, the March of Dimes website or some other website. And they refer them to a good quality website. And I think what this illustrates for me is I don't want to be dissing on doctors at all. I work with a lot of doctors and have doctors as family members, and I know this is really challenging. And I think that this red light approach often comes from a place of just wanting to protect the patient and family, right, from any undue anxiety. And I really believe that most of the time that's where it's coming from. I just think, whenever I talk about this with doctors or other clinicians, I just show them the data and say, this approach doesn't actually work. It's not doing what you want it to do.
Yeah.
After all of this research and gathering all of this knowledge and information that you have, is it possible that the medical community could develop a website or form of communication that would be effective in communicating with patients?
Is that what WebMD is supposed to be?
Is that? I mean, I think it's what WebMD is supposed to be. I'm not sure if it is.
Sure.
I mean, I think that there are a lot of really great resources out there. I think it's hard to say there's just one good resource for everything, right?
Yeah.
Because there's so many different types of physical illness and mental illness, so many types of healthcare, healthcare situations people can have. What I really try to encourage clinicians to do, and even patients to do, is to, for patients to ask doctors to say up front, I'm somebody who really likes to go online. Could you recommend to me where you think, is a good place that I could look for information about my, about my condition or my family member's condition.
Okay.
So that, again, that kind of, I think what happens a lot of times is doctors just wait for patients to bring it up, and then they'll bring up a question that they've read, rather than I think we just need to acknowledge up front. I mean, we know from the data, most people are going online.
Totally.
I mean, now with these AI tools, you can put in your symptoms and you can let ChatGPT diagnose you. Not that I'm saying that that's what you should do, but it's out there and it's happening. And I think it should just be what's assumed and what's expected.
I think, Karma, this is such a great point, because I think in any situation, what people desire most is to be heard, right? And so
Absolutely.
The idea that you are acknowledging that they're trying to inform themselves in some form of way, and you can just help direct the information that they're finding is much better than just saying like, please don't do that. Like, you don't know better than us. And I think that idea of being spoken down to or dismissed readily is something that leads a lot of people like, well, maybe I just won't go. In many situations, I'll just figure it out on my own because I know the doctor already thinks that they know what's going on in my body better than I do.
Right.
So.
And Karma, do you find that your research is factoring in now to what doctors are potentially being taught in medical school? Like, is this becoming part of the curriculum moving forward of how to talk to patients?
Well, it is at the University of Florida because I'm teaching it.
There you go.
I don't know if it is other places, but I think it is. I don't know for certain how it's being taught everywhere, but I think it's certainly, recognized. And you think about the generation who are now in medical school. They've grown up with this. They have a different kind of approach to it than maybe some of our doctors who are practicing who've been around longer. And Sterling, just to your point, I wanted to say, you're exactly right. And there's so much research to support that people want to be listened and heard and understood and how that makes such a difference. And we also, our research has also shown that when that red light gets used, guess what? If they go online again, they're not going to talk to the doctor about it. Right. And that can really lead to confusion, to misunderstanding, and even at worst, like poor patient outcomes with some sort of contraindication with medicine or something like that.
Thank you.
This is all so fascinating and so relevant, like you said, to this particular episode, and just something I hadn't thought so much about, but now it's like, it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling to speak with us.
Oh, well, it's really been my pleasure. And if you don't mind, I just want to say one more thing to you guys. In addition to being a professor, I'm also the mother of a theater kid.
Okay.
So as the parent of a child whose dream is to be on stage and screen, one thing I have loved about your podcast is hearing you all talk about your experiences, and especially about how your parents just unconditionally supported you and believed in you. That's been really meaningful for me.
Oh,
yeah. Come on, Dr. Byron. I know it's Karma, but I just got excited. I'm always going to call you doctor. We appreciate it. That means the world to us. And what is your young person's name who has a desire to be on stage and screen?
Well, her name is Madeline May Lincoln. Her first love is musical theater. She was just
Madeline May Lincoln.
Tracy in Hairspray. So
yes, she was.
Come on.
Yeah.
Beauty. I love that.
Just you gave her the name of a Broadway star.
Yeah, you really did. That name is bound to be in lights.
Tell Madeline we look forward to seeing her on stage, and I can't wait to see her at work.
All right, I will do that.
You got it.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
That was a fruitful conversation. I recently was talking to someone who said that they sometimes don't believe in going to doctors because they just sort of make them feel that what's inside their body isn't real. Yeah. And like the idea of being heard, it means so much. There's all these statistics with regards to mortality rates for Black moms and babies who are going through OBGYNs and how they do much better with other Black female doctors than with those that don't look like them.
Yeah.
And there's this knee-jerk thing that can happen amongst a highly intelligent subset of the population to think that they always know better. You may, but you still got to listen.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just
Rachel has worked with doctors in kind of medical adjacent capacities on several occasions. And the thing that she has learned is that doctors spend 12 years of their life learning about medicine.
Right.
And nothing else.
Yeah. Right.
They do not go to business school.
Yeah.
They do not have psychology classes.
Sure.
They might have lost some social skill abilities.
Sure.
So, and that's why the phrase bedside manner encompasses a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Because they are hyper intelligent when it comes to medicine.
Yeah.
Where they have spent all of their time. But if you try to get a doctor to understand how to run a private practice and to run and to market and advertise but also speak to every kind of person that's going to come through their door. It takes a lot more ongoing education to master all of those things. So it's nice to know that Karma Byland is out there helping them navigate those spaces.
Absolutely, especially in Florida.
Yes, we need it. Florida needs all the help we can get. Keep it in.
Hey,
I'm from Florida.
Mandy's
I can
from Florida.
say that.
If you if you want to reach out to us, I'm guessing we'll get a lot of emails from doctors now.
That was us pod at gmail.com or
doctors, call us now at 412-501-3028. What do you got to say for yourself?
Guys, thank you for another lovely episode. We'll see you next
always.
week. That Was Us. That Was Us is filmed at Rabbit Grin Studios and produced by Rabbit Grin Productions. Music by Taylor Goldsmith and Griffin Goldsmith.
Da-da-da-dum, da-da-dum. That was us.